Back in this thing now. Start our new season. You know the boy Code 3. There's the NFL. PS4 Broadcast.
Does it sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle? We just heard it, and that means it's time for football.
Better season this year than what we had last year.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
Seahawks.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night, all sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no run back on this one, so the new season.
All right, let's go, Hawks. Let's go. We can pull out a victory here.
Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out in the draft, he was the number 3 pick overall. There were plenty of doubters out there about whether he should have gone in that slot. I don't think you can find any of those doubters now or the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be
good defense, baby, good defense.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Sometimes people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense
oh, now they're about to call this bullshit.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Stuff like this that, not good. Not good.
They were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And down he goes at the 49.
Not good, man.
Pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Good job, Bobby. Good job.
Down into Seattle territory.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And that is incomplete.
There we go, defense. There we go, baby. There we go. Good job. Good job. Big stop, big stop.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform.
Hopefully we can
beginning of his career, he was a so-called
eliminate turnovers because that was, big for us last year.
Stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one thing I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. No gain on the play.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Guess they wasn't fooled by the flashing on that time, shit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
There we go, there we go.
It's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st down, Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
Good job, Russell. Good job.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Good job. Good job, baby.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 27, Ryan. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field.
Oh, come on, man.
Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 73 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for
Why he not have nobody on him? This is a man coming.
And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Understand it.
Extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
It's ridiculous, man. Supposed to be giving up such big plays like that. I don't understand man coverage and nobody on the freaking linebacker.
This is DJ Reed returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the
I don't know.
And he'll be taken
I know
down
the
about
temperature's
3
supposed to
once
change, but
past the 50.
I don't know when.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And the success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, here's Petty. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get him out 3 down to the 38. The tackle made by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now it's Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit
Well,
there.
we going for it on 4th down, so fuck it.
Speed, strength,
It is what it
He's
is.
the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Buying, and he can't find anywhere to go with, and he goes down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
With a play clock getting
I
closer to
find the
0,
right play.
Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Oh, Lord, he
Now we're
hurt.
gonna get a timeout here as it looks
Come
like
on,
there's 8
man.
Seahawks
That's not good.
on the play. That's what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Oh, Lord. Some bull crap already.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And in this 1st quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner. 2 yards on the pickup.
7-7, our score after 1.
1 yard line.
Second and 8. Now it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
All right, we'll see you in the morning.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
To throw again is Ryan. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jordan Brooks.
All right.
Play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Ryan.
Right, I got it.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down.
Go lay down. Go ahead.
18-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his
Lay
way
down.
for the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Fourth down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
10, Seahawks 7.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Come on, y'all got a block, baby.
Green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that one. Both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
They got it there. Penny, a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. Room here to run. And now off to the races.
Oh, man.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Oh, shit. No. I want you to lay down.
It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Man, that's some bullshit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Let's gain our attention formation as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, there's no doubt in my
Come
mind
on,
they dreamed
man.
of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, Wilson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Come on, Russell, what is you throwing to that, baby?
But now it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat.
Oh.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jordan Brooks, his second sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They go play action with Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those
Take
situations.
their own damn medicine.
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's
We try to get this ball, but we got to get a stop.
Coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. We'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Good defense, baby. Good defense.
Incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis. Do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I don't think this might work, but we're going to try it. Get a bomb.
Operating from the gun. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably
well, that was my bomb, so I don't get no more chances at that now.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Intercepted by the Falcons.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball.
What was that throw at, Russell?
You can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Ryan will throw again. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it will come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Wilson. That's complete to Kenny Hart. So we've reached the intermission, and what right now is a 13-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Deshaun Watson, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 30-28 was the final. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rashad Penny. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Penny. Well,
come on, man. How the fuck y'all know?
And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
We gotta go for it, man. I'm already losing some bullshit.
Plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
42-yard line.
They'll run with Penny. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Penny on the toss right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. And we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Penny. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 35. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That's a 35.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He's brought up from his linebacker spot. Deion Jones making the play. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Pass incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Ryan dumps it off to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
You guys are laid down. I'm not right now.
And finish this one off. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They run. It's Gurley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones.
Oh, fuck.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throw on 3rd down. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A 28-yard attempt.
Tavecchio puts this one through.
He is good.
And that will swell the lead to 16.
23. Seahawks 7.
So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing is Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
1st and 10.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now following the touchdown, off Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of a national audience. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's stop made by Marlon Davidson.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now it's Penny. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He gives to Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again they run with Gurley. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is hard, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It might have.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
On the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your...
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game.
Don't go lay down somewhere.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Falcons on 3rd down.
Is what?
They're hitting at just 30%, 3
oh,
for 10.
all right.
This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Russell Wilson in the offense, down by 15, a minute 52 to play. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. And another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey